Good afternoon to all. So, welcome to economics class, class 12. Topic: comparison of India with its neighbors. And although we have many neighbors, we are comparing India with Pakistan, China. All right. So, because yesterday some test was not clear, so I'm taking the revision of that topic once again in detail, so that if you have any doubt related to that topic, would be clear today. So I'm sharing the screen. And I'm going to the topic comparison. Okay. So the topic is in front of your screen, everybody. Comparative study. India, China, and Pakistan. As you all know already, that we have just read about their developmental path. That what policies, what procedures, what steps these three countries have taken to reach to the path of development. Right? What steps these three countries have taken to reach to the path of development. So now I am taking the comparison of these three countries in various ways. I am taking the comparison of these three countries in various ways. That means on the basis of various things like population, annual growth of population, density, sex ratio, fertility rate, urbanization, we are going to compare India with its neighbors. So I have shared the screen with you all, and I think it is clearly visible to you all as well. We are taking the demographic indicators. When we talk about demographic indicators, you all know in chapter number 1 of IED, that is Indian economy on the eve of independence, I told you the demographic position or demographic profile of India on the eve of independence. There I told you what are the demographic indicators. We talked about population, we talked about life expectancy, we talked about density of population, we talked about many other kind of things. Same way, now in this topic, we are comparing Pakistan and China on the basis of selected demographic indicators. Now, what kind of question may come into exam? Question will come in exam that compare the status of India with China and Pakistan on the basis of some selected demographic indicators. Like, question will be asking, compare the status of India with its neighbors on the basis of some selective demographic indicators. When it will say demographic indicators, we have to see all these points as you can see on your screen. So I am taking the very first point, population. Summary is also given each point just on your screen. So I am taking population. If I talk about population, as you can see on your screen, China is the most populous country in the world, right? China is the most populous country in the world, whereas India is the second most populated country. And as compared to China and India, population of Pakistan is very less, right? So officially, till now, China is the most populous country in the world. And on the second number, India is there. And population-wise, the Pakistan have very low population. अगर मैं इसका एक और थोड़ा सा नोट दूं आपको brief, if we look at the global population, out of every 6 person living in the world, one is an Indian and another Chinese. It's a very important point that if we go for the global population, if we go for the global population, one person out of every 6 person is Indian and the next one is Chinese. The population of Pakistan is very small and accounts for roughly about 1/10 of China and India. It's almost roughly 1/10 of China and India. Almost it is around 20 crores, the population of Pakistan, whereas India's population 135 crores, whereas China's population is 140 crores. So kahin na kahin, definitely we'll come to the point that China is the most populous country in the world, and on second number we have India, and Pakistan is still very behind, or Pakistan has a very low population in its country. Moving towards the next point, annual growth rate of population. Annual growth rate of population. Okay, they're asking chat box that you have to learn this data. मैंने कल भी बताया था, I'm telling now again, you don't have to learn the data. You don't have to learn the data. You just have to take the trend. That what trend is going on. You have to take the trend only. Who is at number one? Who is at number two? Who is still behind the others? You have to see the trend and learn the trend. No need to learn the data. In the case you need to learn the data, I will tell you which data you have to learn. Otherwise, no need to learn the data at all. You have to just learn the trends only. Now, the second is annual growth rate of population. If I talk about the annual growth rate of population, you can see on your screen, India has almost 1.2% annual growth rate of population. China has 0.5% and Pakistan has 2.1%. Which means although China is the most populated country, but if we talk about its annual growth rate of population, it's still lowest with only 0.5%. The reason for the lowest annual growth rate of population in China with 0.5% is only and only one child policy. Because one child policy of China has successfully reduced the growth rate of population, and it has provided a better way, to the Chinese people. However, this policy had some implications also, which we have already studied. That what all implications were there in one child policy. I would like to ask this question: what all implications are there in one child policy? I'm asking with from Anushka Bansal. Anushka, you are unmuted.
Yes, sir.
What implication China has faced with the policy, one child policy?
Sir, please repeat the question.
What implication
Voice is
China
not
has faced with one child policy? What implications with one child policy in China?
सर चाइना का ग्रोथ पॉपुलेशन बहुत ज़्यादा था, इस वजह से चाइना में वन चाइल्ड पॉलिसी अडॉप्ट की गई.
What was the implication of this policy? Kindly speak in English.
Sir, the population growth was really high in China. It's in first number in growth population. That's why the one child policy was adopted in China.
But why it was removed?
Sir, I don't know.
I would like to ask this question: why the one child policy was removed? I'm asking Priyanshi. Priyanshi, you can speak. I think Priyanshi is not. Priyanshi is having some internet problem. Hira. Yes, you can speak, Hira.
The implications of one child policy were that there was no quantity or quality in the sex ratio, and it became the sex ratio became unbalanced, and after it was fine for a few years, but after a few years the majority of the population became old, and no young population was there, so the growth was gradual.
Now I'm taking Toshit. Toshit, you are going to answer me the same question. That spite of the one-child policy in China, there were some problems, or there were some of the implications that were faced during one-child policy in China. So what were those implications faced by China in one-child policy? I'm going to unmute Toshit to answer this question. Yes, Toshit. Speak.
Sir, yes. So because the sex ratio in China was becoming imbalanced, and after some years, the population of old age people was becoming very high, and the people who are indulged in doing the production were very less.
Fine.
So the production.
Okay. So it is being clear to everyone that because although China has, the most populous in the world, China is most populous country in the world, still it is being observed due to one child policy, the growth rate of China was very low, as you can see 0.5% only per year annual growth. If we talk about India, it is 1.2, and if we talk about Pakistan, 2.1, which is most higher in all these three countries. If India is going to be follow, if India is going to follow this annual growth of 1.2% every year, then definitely we are going to come at number one, and we will have first rank in the populous country in the world. If we are going to follow the same trend, for the future, then definitely India would be at number one in this population in the world. Okay, let's continue to the next point. After population and annual growth rate of population, we have density per square kilometer. Density, आप सबको पता है, density means how many people are living per square kilometer. China is the third largest country in the world. China is the third largest country in the world. Largest means area-wise. And growth rate of population is lowest in China as compared to India and Pakistan. As a result, density of population in China is the lowest as compared to India. And so if you look at the data, in India, the density of population is 441 persons per square kilometer. In China, it is 146 persons per square kilometer. And in Pakistan, 245 persons per square kilometer. First of all, I would like to answer why China has the lowest density. Because China is the largest country in the world. Because China is the largest country in the world, definitely they have a big area. In spite of being the most populous country, they still have only 146 persons per square kilometer. So China's density is lower as compared to India and Pakistan. India's density is higher in all these countries, 441 persons per square kilometer. Reason, the area is less, the population is very large. As a result, India is having more persons per square kilometer. And Pakistan have still at the second number with 245 persons per square kilometer density. Now next is sex ratio. If we talk about sex ratio, due to preference of son, sex ratio is low and biased against females in all the three countries. Now what is sex ratio? Sex ratio is like how many females are there as compared to 1000 men. I repeat, how many women are there in comparison to 1000 men, right? 1000 men में कितनी women वहां पर हैं? Due to preference of son, in all these three countries it is observed that sex ratio is less. So sex ratio is the lowest in India with 929 females per 1000 males. In China and Pakistan, it is corresponding to 941 and 947. Right? The next is fertility rate. Next is fertility rate. What is fertility rate? Fertility rate is calculated as the number of children born by a woman in the reproductive age, like into 45 years, which is reproductive age, उस age में कितने number of children are being born by a woman on an average? On an average, एक woman कितने बच्चों को birth? In that case, we can see on the screen, India is considering with the amount. This is on an average 2.3, China 1.6, Pakistan 3.7. So why in China figures are less? Because of one child policy. Because they have one child policy, so somehow it has been observed that the number of children born by a woman in China is less as compared to other countries. And in Pakistan it is most as compared to India and China. Next is urbanization. Urbanization is highest in China. We can see with 56%. यानी कि 56% of area of China is more urbanized. In India and Pakistan, the figures are 33% and 39%. The question may arise, as compared to India, it is observed that Pakistan is, more poor country, but still we have more urbanization in Pakistan. So we'll simply say that Pakistan is having small area. That is why 9% area is urbanized. India is having more area than Pakistan, and we have only 3% area urbanized. So this is taken by W from World Bank from the year 2015, right? We don't have to learn the data, just we have to see the trend, which is at number 1, which is at number 2, and which is at number 3. We have to just see that only. No need to learn the data at all. I think that it is clear to all of you. Now, come to the next question of stating another comparison of India with China and Pakistan. As you can see on your screen, some select indicators of human development 2016. Now we are seeing how these three countries are basically compared on the basis of selected indicators. ऐसे इन तीन countries को हमने compare किया है. If you have broken this due to voice issue yesterday, so I'm taking this again. Let's study about HDI rank. HDI ranking. What is HDI ranking? HDI ranking means on the basis of some indicators which are covered under human development, which shows the human development of a country, which shows the standard of living of a country. All those indicators which help in making the human development of a country, we are taking the indicators for comparing these three nations together. So on the basis of that, first I would like to tell you about life expectancy at birth. Very first thing I would like to take is life expectancy at birth. See the data given. First of all, what is life expectancy? We have covered in chapter 1. Life expectancy refers to the average number of years for which people are expected to live. Average number of years for which people are expected to live. Which means on an average, कितने लोग कितने years तक जीते हैं? That is life expectancy. So if we see the life expectancy of China, that is 76 years. And India and Pakistan have the lowest life expectancy as compared to China. And Pakistan have the most lowest life expectancy in compared to these three nations. Can anybody tell me why China must have higher life expectancy? Why China is having a higher life expectancy? Please raise your hand. I will ask the question from you people. Raise your hand. Those who want to give the answer. Why China is having the higher life expectancy? Saksham wants to give the answer. And Shubhangi also. So first I'm taking the answer from Saksham.
Sir, because China have good hospitalization facilities, also have a better environment than India and Pakistan.
Very good. Because of hospitalization facilities, care of the patients that they people are doing, right? That can give more standard of living to people. And Shubhangi also wanted to give the answer. So now I'm going to the Shubhangi. I'm unmuting you, Shubhangi. You have to give the answer for this. And wait a minute, I'm just searching on the screen. Shubhangi, over to you. Shubhangi, are you listening?
Yes, sir.
You can speak now.
Sir, I have the same answer that the health facilities and the infrastructural facilities present in China are far better than India and Pakistan.
Fine. Ultimately, the answer is about health facilities only because of the health facilities and good environment. And also, the standard of living, they people have have good life expectancy at birth as compared to other nations. But still, don't you think in your mind that nowadays you must be seeing on the channels on the news that the people eat a lot of, the people are eating insects or animals and such things. Still, they have good life expectancy because they people have good vaccination also. That comes under the health facilities only. Okay, moving further. The next point here is after the life expectancy, I would explain mean year of schooling. Mean year of schooling. See, it is highest in case of China, 7.6%, and India and Pakistan with 6.3 and 5%, 3.1% respectively. Mean years of schooling means percentage age 15 and above. कितने बच्चे वहाँ पे almost school जा रहे हैं. बस अभी जरूरत है in all these three countries to improve the literacy and to send the children to schools. Then we have infant mortality rate. Infant mortality rate. Okay, I will not explain this infant mortality rate. I want answer from you people. Why? Because I have already explained this question in first chapter. I explained Indian economy on the eve of independence. So I want this answer from you people only. That what is infant mortality rate? I'm going to ask this question from Ashish. Ashish, you are going to answer me. What is infant mortality rate? You can speak now.
Sir, infant mortality rate is like poor health care, sir. हो सकती है just sign of poor health care है infant mortality
But
rate.
what is infant mortality rate? Define it.
Sir, when a child
Yeah, बोलिए सब बोल रहे हो.
कि सर जब मतलब कोई सर मतलब less than
Number
1
of
year जब
children dying within less. Yeah. Okay. And any other? Anyone else who want to give the answer? Naman Jain wants to give the answer. Naman, you can give the answer. You are unmuted.
Sir, infant mortality is something which means a child who is less than 1 year is dying as per 1,000 lives in birth in a year.
Perfect. Anyone else want to give the answer? Harshit, I want answer from you. What is infant mortality?
So, infant mortality rate is the number of children who die before 1 year of age.
Perfect.
In a year.
So ultimately, infant mortality rate refers to the number of infants or children dying before reaching 1 year of age per 1,000 live births in a year. And reasons also I've already explained you in first chapter that what will be the reasons for the children dying in less than 1 year. Maybe because of poor care of the women during pregnancy, maybe because of poor vaccination of children who is giving birth, because ultimately after taking birth the children must be given proper vaccination for the safety against various things. Maybe that vaccination is not provided, maybe the food which is required for children before the age of 1, it should require some nutrition, in of milk, in of some other things, is not getting that, right? So that may be the main causes that why infant mortality rate have more power. So in India, if we say the low infant mortality rate shows better health and sanitation facilities of infants. Ultimately, it is lowest in China with 9 infants only, and highest in Pakistan with 66 infants. Lowest in China with 9 infants means they people give proper care to the children and also to the women who are pregnant, and even after the delivery of the women, and even giving proper vaccination to women as well as the infants, as well as the children. And it is most highest in Pakistan, maybe because of the low hospitalization facilities, hospitals and all, healthcare facilities. So next one which I'm going to take after the infant mortality rate is people below poverty line. People below poverty line. Now, again, I would ask you, people below poverty line, tell me that who are considered as poor. Anmol will be giving me the answer. I am unmuting you, Anmol. You can speak now.
सर वो जिनको मतलब सारी हेल्थ कंडीशन नहीं मिल पाती और वो बहुत कम पैसे कमाते हैं, वो होंगे पीपल बिलो पॉवर्टी लाइन.
And it is more in?
क्या सर?
It is more in?
Number.
Yeah. So ultimately it is more in Pakistan, in India, and then China. So if we talk about people below poverty line, then we can simply say, first of all, people below poverty line means the people who do not have proper level of income, and they in fact even not spending the proper amount on facilities. So talk about people below poverty line, 37% people. 37% people are. I'm sharing the screen. See, 37 people below poverty line, 7% in India, 52% in China, and 44% in Pakistan. The next is maternal mortality rate. Maternal mortality rate means women maternal mortality की यहाँ बात हो रही है. For basically maternal mortality rate refers to the rate at which women are dying after giving birth to a child. So it is calculated by taking 1 lakh women. It is observed that in China, for 1 lakh birth, only 27 women die after giving birth to a child. In India and Pakistan, maternal mortality rate 174 and 178, almost the same in India and Pakistan. But China has the lowest, only 27 out of 1 lakh maternal mortality rate. Means giving birth to a child out of 1 lakh women, only 27 women die. But in case of India, 174 women die. In case of Pakistan, 178 women die. So that is again due to the health facilities only. Then next is access to improved water sources. Access to improved water sources. This refers to the percentage of population which has a reasonable access to water from tap and from or any protected well. So if we talk about China, 96% people are having access to improved water sources. In India, 94%. In Pakistan, 91%. So somewhere Pakistan is lagging behind in this field. Then access to improved sanitation means if we talk about sanitation level, you all know cleanliness we're talking about. So Pakistan's performance in providing sanitation is better than India and China. As you can see, China has provided improved sanitation to 77% of population, whereas corresponding figures for Pakistan and India are 64% and 40% respectively. And the last is population undernourished. Population undernourished means they are not getting the adequate diet, right? And it is observed China has the lowest percentage of population, 9% only, which is being undernourished. Means these people are able to get proper nourished food. And in India, 39%, and in Pakistan, 40% of population is basically undernourished. So on the basis of the whole data of all indicators of this human development, definitely we have observed that China is at number 1. Right? China is at number 1. China should be getting some more human development index. China को ज़्यादा आगे rank मिलना चाहिए. So China has got 91st rank. China has got 91st rank worldwide. China has got 91st rank worldwide in human development index. And India has got 131st rank. And Pakistan has got 148th rank according to 2016 data. The source is HDI report given by World Bank in 2016. So I hope today this topic was clear to all. How basic indicators help us in comparing India with China and Pakistan, and on comparison of these indicators, we have come across the point that India is at number 1, whereas China is at number 1. Then we have India, and then Pakistan is lagging behind in comparison to both. So I think I'm clear with the points today, and it is clear to everybody. If you people still face any doubt, you can ask me on WhatsApp. I would be definitely answering your questions. I have already sent you this PDF file. Already this PDF file when the chat started. I have sent you this PDF file on the book, and also I have already uploaded an assignment of this chapter on ERP. I look forward. You should please solve the assignment, and maybe on Monday or Tuesday I would be taking the class of assignment also. In spite of the class which we are already doing syllabus, extra class I would be taking for the assignment as well. So kindly, and mainly 2 classes almost this chapter will be completed. 6 marks which is in boards, and it will be definitely going for the assignment discussion of this chapter. Till then, would request you to please download the assignment from ERP and start solving the assignment. So solve the start here and start checking your doubts. So that on the assignment discussion class, you can discuss all your doubts with me. So is it clear to everybody? Show me a thumb if the today's topic was clear to you all. Okay, Mitali, Anmol, Kira, Anushka, Naman, Harshita, Shaurya, Gun, Aditya, Anirudh, Harjas. Fine. Rest are speaking. Vaibhav, Kanshi, Anubhav, Anushk. Okay, Kashish, Kunal, Varun Bhatia, Anushka Bansal. Okay, I'm ending the class now. We'll continue on Monday. Till then, good luck. Stay home, stay safe.